Streak for Wednesday, May 30th. I'm Jake Craney.
And I'm Steve DeBerry. We've got a few soccer games to talk about today. We'll also be talking about the start of the Stanley Cup and a little basketball assistant points prop. Let's get started with some international friendly soccer though.
Okay.
We're talking South Korea versus Spain first. What are your thoughts on this game?
Well, Spain has to win by at least 2, and this is a little bit more interesting than it sounds. Spain is dealing with some injuries. No Villa, no Puyol, no Fabregas, and South Korea is no slouch team. They did qualify for the World Cup and lost to a pretty good Uruguay team in the World Cup. Still, it's Spain, and they have a lot less distance to travel for this game, being in Austria. And I believe that who I understand to be Korea's best player will not be playing today, so I am taking Spain in the 2+ goals.
Yeah, you got all that correct. Vicente Del Bosque has announced his team. He's bringing his 23 strongest players. The drop-off from Puyol to the backup, who could be, I think PK and someone else are sharing the role there. So it's not that big of a drop-off.
It is in the hair department, though.
Yes.
Puyol, that guy is...
Definitely.
Shaggy.
So, but from a skill standpoint,
Yes.
not much of a drop-off. They've got a lot of people that they can plug and play. I think Torres will be getting the nod tomorrow as well, or today, I'm sorry. So I like Spain as well.
Very good. Let's move on to another friendly, this one in the DC area. Brazil versus the US of A. USA gets the draw option. What are you taking here?
Another good one, because both teams are going to be bringing their A squads, or close to it. The US just got back Josie Altidore and Clint Dempsey. Clint Dempsey strained his groin recently, so they're probably going to hold him out till the World Cup qualifier. So it'll be close to a full US squad, and Torres played very good up top against Scotland, so there's not going to be too much of a drop-off, or we won't miss Dempsey too much. But Brazil will be bringing their full squad. Neymar will be playing. Pato, coming off of an injury-riddled year, will be playing. And the newly emerged star, Hulk. I don't know how the Brazilians get their names, but it's another great.
You don't like that guy when he gets angry.
No,
he's not fun to play against.
And the description for Hulk is he's a great mix of size, speed, and power. So he's very similar to the Incredible Hulk. All that being said, most signs point towards Brazil being able to win, because it's a win for Brazil versus win-draw for the U.S. But I really like the vibe around U.S. soccer right now. I think their attacking mode that they've been in lately, along with the electric type field we're going to get in Maryland, is really going to propel them to be able to win this game, get over the hump, and U.S. soccer will be talked about over the next couple of years leading up to the World Cup, mostly because of Klinsmann and the style that he brings. So I'm going U.S. here.
I absolutely hope that you are correct, and I want you to be correct. I just don't think that you are. Brazil has beaten the U.S. 15 out of 16 times. The one time that we have beaten them was in '98. Dempsey, as you said, not likely to play. If he does, it'll be probably limited minutes. Without him, I mean, you've got Neymar back, like you said. Brazil is not Scotland. We're not going to score like crazy on Brazil. All right, Scotland. You and I could put up a couple goals on Scotland. This is unfortunately, again, I don't think we're there yet. I hope we are, but we're relying on Landon Donovan to score against Brazil, and our defense to hold up against Brazil in that attack. I'm not buying it. I'm taking Brazil.
We'll see. We'll see. It should be a good game though, so make sure you tune in. It's on ESPN too. Let's talk about the first game of the Stanley Cup. We've got the Los Angeles Kings playing at the New Jersey Devils. Mm-hmm. Who do you like here?
You just said the key word, my friend. You said at the New Jersey Devils. The Los Angeles Kings are 8-0 on the road this playoff season, looking to make it 9-0. This is a 6 seed versus an 8 seed, so kind of an interesting Stanley Cup final. Really can't wait to watch this. The goaltending matchup between Brodeur and Quick should be really, really good. Should not be a whole lot of scoring, but the Kings will take this. They're going to get out there. They're going to take game one. All this rust talk is really stupid to me. It's not like they won the Western Conference Finals and then went home and grabbed a bag of potato chips and put their feet up. These guys are practicing, getting healthy, studying the Devils as the Devils just closed out their really physical series. They will be primed and ready to go. Kings taken.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Kings are rested. The rusting could affect them, but the Devils just got out of a really emotional series. So that's going to definitely take its toll on them. But the key stats that you're missing are when the Kings traveled to the East Coast this year, they were 3-5. Okay? When the Devils hosted a team from the West Coast, they were 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long way to travel, and it took its toll on the Kings during the regular season, and the Devils are obviously pretty good at hosting the West Coast teams.
This is the regular season, Steve.
Yeah.
That's why they were 8 and 6 seeds.
Yeah, we'll see though, because I'm going Devils. I like the home team in this one. I think it's just the Kings. I think just the magic's going to eventually wear off, and I think it's going to be in this Stanley Cup. I think the Devils are going to win this series in 6, and they start it tonight.
Fair enough. We will be tuned into that. You better believe that. Let's move on to Celtics Heat Game 2. We've got a first half prop. More points and assists between Rondo and Wade. This is a good prop. It's a tough pick. What are you thinking?
Rondo's averaging 8 points per half and 5 assists per half in these playoffs, so combined 13. Wade is averaging 11 points per half and 2 assists per half, so again a combined 13. Rondo has the tie option, so if you're just going by statistics, Rondo is the play here. Rondo is also the safer pick because even if he doesn't score, he's consistent with assists. So even if both of them don't score, Rondo will rack up the assists and get 5, 6, 7 assists, and he'll still have something to show for in the prop. Wade's been so shaky, so up and down. For me personally, if I'm picking this is on the streak, I'm going with Rondo, and if my option's more leaning towards Wade because I don't think Rondo can get it done, I'm just not picking this at all. I just wouldn't go with Wade. I think it's too risky because you can't really pinpoint when he's scoring, how much he's scoring at any point in these playoffs. So I like Rondo in this prop.
Okay. I don't know where you're getting shaky from with Wade. I think he's been more dominant than shaky, maybe a game or two. You're
inconsistent. He's been extremely inconsistent. He's 40 points one game. He's
25 the next.
No, so you get 2 games where he's under 10 points.
All right.
So
you're spot on with Rondo. He's gonna get the assists. You know he's gonna get the assists. He's gonna look to distribute. But aside from that Game 7 where they closed out Philly and he was on fire, the guy can't score. He can't score unless he drives to the basket and gets a layup. I think he's really going to come out and distribute the ball. He's not going to get a lot of points. I don't see that happening. I see him getting a lot of assists. But I see Wade, again, beating him with the scoring. I think he's going to come out, him and James, just like the last game, they're going to come out, start shooting. He's going to be firing up shots. He's going to make a lot of those shots, and he's going to beat them based on the fact that he's going to score more points.
Either way, I think this is a prop where it can go either way tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're on the cusp of maybe beating someone in your pool or in your side bet, I wouldn't touch this.
Yeah, this one will be tough, but it should be a good prop. So that's 3 disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
You've been getting the better end of the disagreements lately, so we'll see how it goes. Today is the last day of the month.
Second to last.
Second to last day of the month. So we got 2 to go. So we'll see how we can close it out. Another guy that's been pretty inconsistent.
You never know with Charles.
It was Charles, and we're gonna get to his pick of the day next. Let's see if he can close out this month on a high note. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. It's time for Charles's pick of the day. What will Charles be picking from today?
He's going back to his favorite team, the Cincinnati Reds. He's got the Cincinnati Reds at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cueto on the mound for the Reds. What do you got, Chucky?
There you have it. Charles going with the Pirates and A.J. Burnett. We'll see if he can continue to figure out the Cincinnati Reds. Time for locks of the day. Steve, what is Chris locking in today?
Chris is locking in Brazil.
Okay.
And my pick was more of a gut pick when I said U.S. You guys are both going Brazil, so that's probably the smarter play. I guess I'm not making the smartest play, but I'm going to go with my heart on this one.
Do it.
The US.
Do it.
For the Street Beasts, who will also be picking, they're going to start picking on a daily basis in our Locks of the Day section.
100% accurate so far, by the way.
Yes, they are. 1-0. They are going with the Cleveland Indians. I believe Gomez is pitching for them. It's against the Kansas City Royals. He's got about a 3.9 ERA this season, but he's got a really low ERA during day games, which today's game is a day game. The Kansas City Royals pitcher has struggled on the road, so it's a very favorable matchup for the Indians, who are one of the hotter teams in baseball right now.
Yep.
So I believe they're in the top 10 of the power rankings on ESPN, so they're a good play. I am going to be locking in, learning from my mistakes of the other day, I'm going to be locking in the Heat winning margin over Paul Pierce's field goals are tied. The Heat looked really good. The Celtics, the fatigue factor is setting in, and I expect the Heat to win by like between 8 and 10 points. I don't think Pierce is going to have that many field goals.
Okay, very good. Well, after an absolutely brutal end to yesterday's lock for me, I am staying away from baseball today. I will be joining Chris DeBerry in locking in Brazil, just getting Neymar back. U.S. victory over Scotland, not impressive to me. I mean, it's impressive that they beat them 5-1. I'm happy they did, but on a scale of Scotland to Brazil, not impressive. So, locking in Brazil for the day.
You want to know what's not impressive?
What?
Your patriotism.
Oh.
That's not impressive. That's not impressive.
If it helps, I'm rooting for them.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. You picked against them twice to really rub salt in the wounds.
All right, fair enough.
All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We got one more day left and then a fresh start to the month. We'll really kick the show into high gear then, and I know you guys will be relying on our advice, so we'll try our best to do the research and give you guys some good picks.
See you tomorrow.